Hey guys, this is Untitled with the Rollout Reviews, bringing you another LBX review. This time it is SpruKits Level 2 Deqoo. Now, Bandai America did a silly thing here. I have a standard setup for my LBX reviews. I show off the box art and the LBX at the start of the review here. It looks super nice, but they turned the orientation of the box art sideways on the SpruKits boxes. So we're left with a sideways Deqoo. Oh well. Anyway, inside the box, of course you get all of these sprues. As far as I can tell, they are exactly the same as the Japanese version of this kit. So no issues there. You have the sticker sheet, a couple of which I did not apply. These two down here, they go on the core chip, which we'll show off later inside the LBX. But the core chip piece is like a nice translucent, piece of plastic. So I don't know. I just don't like the idea of covering that up with a sticker. I might do it later, just for reference. That's what those look like. We'll take a look at the actual piece of plastic here in a second. Now you do get these little pieces of plastic here with the hand symbol and the weapon symbol and stuff. The Japanese versions of these kits came with little caps that you put on the end of these, and you had a little dice, and on the inside of the box you had like a little game that you could play using this dice. Unfortunately, this does not come with the stickers that go on these or those little end caps, so you're sort of just left with this. The instructions say nothing about this at all. Speaking of the instructions, they're not bad, they're just really weird. So it opens up here and you got like this poster. I don't even think I can fit this whole thing on camera, so bear with me. Yeah, you got this little poster, and then it just keeps going, and it opens up like this massive map. I can't show it on camera. Trust me, it is so unwieldy. Again, it's not bad. The instructions are, the standard, full in color, easy to follow, but finding a place to put this as you're building the kit can be kind of a problem. Anyway, let's take a look at the LBX itself. Once again, as far as I can tell, the colors and plastic quality are exactly the same as the Japanese version, so no worries there. It is kind of interesting playing with this kit, though, because it's based off of a much older mold than all of the Wars kits that I've built. I haven't built any of the Japanese kits pre-Wars, so this is kind of a new experience for me. It is a little bit worse, but that's only natural because it makes sense for them to have improved over time. Wars were later kits, and this is one of the earlier kits. That doesn't mean it's bad, though. It's just differently constructed. Stickers on this guy are pretty minimal, actually. On his body, there aren't really any stickers that you can scuff up at all. The only stickers are in his chest here, and they sort of are bringing out the translucent plastic. There's a silver sticker underneath the red here, which really makes that pop. Another one in the back. And then on the head, you have quite a few stickers just to pick out all of those details. There's another shiny sticker underneath his eye, a ring around his eye, a couple rings on the side of his head, a little piece up top here, and a little piece that wraps around his fin up top. So quite a few stickers there, but that's really it. A couple parts are kind of loose on this guy, like his little knee pads here aren't super solid, and his side skirts aren't polycaps. They aren't on polycaps. They're like hard plastic ball joints inside there, which is very different from what the Wars kits I have do for the side skirts. It's good to see that they improved that over time once again, but here it doesn't work all that well. It is a little bit fragile. Articulation, he still has the double ball joint in the head, a ball joint in the upper arm there. It goes out forward and back. Obviously, this is on a separate hinge, so it can go outward. It rotates. His elbow is very hindered just because of how the armor is. Doesn't even get 90 degrees. Then he's got a ball joint. The hands are very different from the kits that I've built before. you have a little peg that goes into a poly cap that attaches there, and then this back cover on the hand. You really want to make sure that this back cover is tightly in there, because if it's not, he won't hold his weapons very securely at all. The waist rotates, these side skirts move in and out, they're on little ball joints like I said. He has this front piece that goes up, but it doesn't really do anything at all. Like, you can't really move his leg up that far anyway, so you don't get a whole lot of use out of that. The hips are constructed differently from any of the other kits I've built as well, but he's got a ball joint up in there. The legs can go forward and back a bit. They are very hindered by the skirts and the heavy armor there. His knee has a similar problem to the elbow. He's got great articulation in his ankles, though. A really free ball joint up there, and then like a hinge here on the foot. He's also got really big flat feet, so getting him into certain stances is super easy. He's very, very solid. Which is nice. Like, some of the pieces are a little bit fragile. You just come to expect that with a model kit, but overall, he's a very solid LBX just due to the nature of his design. For his accessories, you got this little machine gun here that just slides into his hand. It's just a couple pieces of plastic, one solid color. And then you have his shield. You got some more red plastic up top there, a little handle, and then a big sticker on the front here. Be careful applying that, but it isn't too difficult, and ends up looking pretty nice, I suppose. That just slides into his hand. Once again, if that isn't clipped in properly, if that back piece isn't secured, he won't be able to hold this shield very well at all. Last but not least, if we open up his chest here, can be a little bit of a pain. You can see he's got the little core chip plate there, and if we open that up, like I said, there's this nice green plastic. In fact, this is like the only green on this entire kit at all, and that's super nice. But if you put those stickers on it, it would cover that up, and I don't think it would look good, so I'm not going to do that. But there is that. Put that on, and you are good to go. Overall, I really like this kit. Now, this is the only level 2 sprue kit I got for simple reasons. First of all, I have the hyper functions of Achilles and Emperor. I don't really need the lesser versions of those kits, whether it be the Japanese version or the sprue kit. I didn't get Hunter because it doesn't look like they're releasing a Kunoichi, and I don't like the idea of having Achilles and Hunter without the third member of the team. It is such a shame that Kunoichi isn't getting any love in the SpruKits line. Now, the benefit of the Deqoo is that it can basically be the punching bag for anybody on your shelf, and it'll make sense. They get tossed around a lot, and I suppose, in a strange way, that makes them very versatile for your displays. Definitely an upside. For that reason, I think I can recommend this kit, whether it be the Japanese version or the sprue kit, whichever you can find cheaper. One thing that's a little bit disappointing is that it only comes with one weapon. There were some variants of this LBX in the show. You had one with this, you had one with kind of a machete weapon, and then you had another with like a bazooka. And if it came with all three of those, not only would you have options, but it would promote buying multiples. So you could have 3 on your shelf with different weapons, with variation. It's not something it needs to be a good kit, but it's something I wish it had. Anyway, that is about it, guys, and this is IXRoll@IX, signing off.